the moment, tonight is the night.
Hey guys, it's Crypto Meow Analysis coming at you with an update video on Dogelon Mars. So Dogelon Mars. So basically, yesterday, I saw on Gemini, I have this up even when I'm working just to see kind of like what's going on in terms of selling and buying. And literally, I saw somebody capitulate, which was actually this candle right here. Somebody ended up selling around 100 billion coins, which is pretty interesting because there's no, like, at this point, if you have that much and you capitulate it when the RSI is extremely oversold, that's pretty, in my opinion, that's a pretty bad idea because we are going to get a reversal and there isn't even that much buying. So like theoretically, if you were to buy, you would actually push the price up for, all the way up to 22, right? And you sold it at like 90. So you're basically essentially paying more for your 100 billion. I think that they thought that it was going to go lower. This is obviously an area of support where we are at right now. So I just thought it was interesting that, again, someone capitulated, little to no liquidity. So even if he wants to sell the rest of his coins, he would have to push the price a lot lower. But also keep in mind when that does happen, the sell, like, it would be nothing. Or sorry, yeah, like so the sell wall will be nothing. Like $1,000 would probably bring it all the way back up to 2. So keep that in mind. But I just thought it was interesting that somebody capitulated and sold over 100 billion coins. Anyway, so let's get into the technical analysis and the website. Obviously, there's nothing new with the website, which is fine. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Let's look at the Chain Explorer. Also, I guess I kind of wanted to show you the DEX screener that shows the liquidity, but just, I guess you can do it, or I can let you know that we have like 20 to 30 million dollars worth of liquidity, and that is a lot of money given that Dogelon Mars is only at 100 million market cap. So Binance Peg wallet, number 13 wallet. This wallet is still last in transaction was 6 days ago. It's valued at 2.4 million. Keep in mind that crypto.com is still beast, holding around 50% of the value of the coin. So that is pretty interesting. So obviously when crypto.com runs, in my opinion, so will Dogelon Mars, because obviously they're not going to let this fail, right? Anyway, so let's look at the burn wallet really quick before we get into the TA. Even though the TA hasn't changed, I'm getting new viewers on it, so I do want to keep making the targets and just to refocus and make sure that we're staying focused so we don't capitulate, right? So yeah, last in transaction was 31 days ago, so nothing really in the burn wallet, but it's good to see it's on the second page. And I guarantee in like 2-3 years, this is going to be in the top 10 or top 25, hopefully, with Rufus Chain coming out and with them building out the project. Anyway, so Dogelon Mars, technical analysis. Let's get right into it. I don't want to make the video too long, even though I need the watch hours. So let's look at the RSI. So like I said before, the RSI is still not oversold, and as you can see, based on whatever 2 months ago, I don't know, whatever. I don't really show my Gemini, but I don't think this matters because it's not like you can see anything. Anyway, so I was going to, I was going to buy some, but like I said in every single one of my video, I'm not going to buy any until this thing goes extremely oversold. So it could even tag it like it did here, and I'm still not going to buy because I want it as cheap as I can. Because the thing is that if you do that in a bull run, then you're kind of like, you kind of don't have to worry about when it does reverse. Because like, say you bought it here, right? If you bought here, you would have wrote this all the way up and you would still be up. So what is that, like 3 months ago? You would still be up on your investment, right? So it's just using the capital that you have and playing it smart. And that's what I think and I believe. So obviously when it comes extremely oversold, I'm definitely going to dollar cost average down and buy some more. I don't know if it is, but it doesn't matter. So usually for my trading strategy, like accumulation strategy, I don't trade, accumulate. From the bottom to the top, you can see that. So like from my perspective, I'm like, okay, well, where is that going to put the price, right? So if it goes extremely oversold, the next area of support is 1669, right? So okay, so like say it does go down, and I don't think that that's going to put the price at extremely oversold. I do think it's going to tag it, but it's not going to put it at extremely oversold. So when am I going to buy? I'm probably going to buy somewhere here, right? Between the 786 and the 618. So say it does go back down, and you know what? I'm just going to use 14 as an example because we had a wick down here, right? So if it does go down that low, then I'm just going to dollar cost average at 1407. So yeah, even playing a little bit, let's just say it doesn't wick that low. Even at 15, so say at 15, you're still going to be extremely oversold. So I would go here, I would obviously put the price at 15. Let's just say I want to even 50 billion, so I would put 7, 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So yeah, I would only be paying that much as opposed to buying it right now and paying $400 more. So again, played smart. I really, obviously, I think it's important. I think it's really important to dollar cost average down and use RSI indicators as indicators to dollar cost average down when we're in a bear market and when we're in a bull market. So it's really important. Anyway, that's the area of support. I just showed you the area of support. And obviously for everybody that's with me for the longest time, from the high to the low, we need to get over 2 to be any sort of bullish. Once we get over 2, the next area of resistance is going to be the 3 again. Once we break 3, then it's going to be around 5, 7, 12, and so on. So I do think that once we break the all-time high, the price is going to land anywhere between the previous all-time high and 402, which I think is like a 60x. Oh, at this point, it's like 100x actually from the current level. And keep in mind, what that's going to do is going to put the price around $5 billion. So, so that's very, 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 very doable. If we get some sort of massive move like we got here, right? But here, something like this could play out where we, break and tag the 382 again, fall back down, and then we start moving up. We might even hit, whatever. Who knows? I might have called the top, right? But the truth is that if it breaks here, we really don't know where it's going to go. So this is like very interesting. And then keep in mind when this is over, obviously when we get our 2 weeks, we have to play smart because for the next 2 years, it's going to do something like this, right? Where we fall all the way back down. At that point, what we're going to do is, in obviously this is a long-term play, right? So you want to take your FIP from the low to whatever high it goes, and then that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to dollar cost average down again, right? Where it goes and tags the 5, the 0.5, the 3, 2, the 618. All these levels are areas that you want to buy. And at this point, you'll have capital, right? So, and I'm playing the long game. Like this is like 2028 we're talking about. So this is the next 4 years. So if you're impatient, if you're just trying to become a millionaire overnight, good luck. But this is my plan. This is my strategy. I think that this is a long-term play. Obviously, we're not even listed on Binance or Coinbase. The developers are developing the coin. Like there's tons of news coming out for Dogelon Mars. Like they're building it out. And if you think about it in the bigger picture, who spends like all this money buying these coins from Methuselah Foundation to let the project fail, while also who's holding 50% of the circulation supply on crypto.com users basically, and they're gonna let it fail, right? It's not gonna happen. This is gonna be the next Bitcoin, in my opinion, which is why it's important to have a plan, right? So theoretically, say it goes here, say I was right, and it falls 90%. So like that's where the majority of my coins, like 90% would be here, right? So whatever the price is at that point, it'll be 607. I guess kind of like Shiba Inu, right? Because Shiba Inu went all the way to 408 and then fell to 5 zeros. Oh, that's 505. Never mind. This is 6 zeros. It doesn't matter. You guys get the point. So basically, this is going to have an additional 0 added as opposed to Shiba Inu at that point. And if that plays out. Anyway, I hope this all made sense. And yeah, I hope you like like the video, and if you do, please like, subscribe, comment. Thank you so much for your support, and I will continue to make videos on Dogelon Mars until it either goes to 0, and obviously, my account goes to 0, or if we all become extremely wealthy. So I'm excited. Just keep your head in the game, and remember, RSI overbought. RSI overbought indicates obviously some selling. So I knew that going into it, and I still held. So in hindsight, maybe I should have sold. I always think like that, right? Oh, maybe I should have sold and rebought back in, but I'm not doing that. I'm not a trader. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait until these high targets get hit, because regardless, we're still not even to these lower levels. We're still holding support. So I'm not worried about it. Anyway, please like, subscribe, comment. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.